Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We are here for a fabulous interview.
Yes, we are.
This is EJ Brad, and we are sitting down again with the fabulous entrepreneur of Her Wine, Miss Nicole Anderson.
Hello.
Welcome in. We just want to sit back down with you. If you look back, guys, we did do an interview with Miss Nicole before. There were some technical audio problems that we had.
Yep.
So we wanted to do a more clear interview so that you could really get to know her. Plus, we have some other questions. Because she's done a lot more, since the last time we sat down with her. So we're going to get started. We hope everything's been going well.
Amazing.
Good.
It's been going amazing.
You look amazing.
Thank
You really do look
I'm
amazing.
just trying, y'all.
And you always have a good spirit, so that's what always draws me back in to see you. I'm telling you, it's just wonderful. So we're going to talk about your brand, of course. What inspired you to create Her Wine?
That's always like a fun question.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's so simplistic that people are like, wait, what? But I honestly started it because I really love wine. Like, honest to God.
We're wine lovers too, so I definitely understand that. And there's a lot of wine lovers.
There's a lot of wine lovers. So I started out because I was going through this like phase in my life where I was going through this transformation, and I have always been a wine lover. Wine has always been my go-to drink. Even in college, I wasn't taking shots. I was drinking wine. And so to get to a point where I got bored with wine was really weird for me. Because it's like, imagine like loving like your favorite food and then all of a sudden now you don't like it anymore. And it's like, what do you do? So so I was like, okay, Google University. I was like, I wonder, if there's black brands out there. So it really started with me just wanting to like find other black brands.
Exactly.
And there were some, but they were either celebrity endorsed or they were some, like person who had a retirement, a lawyer, doctor, somebody that just like, next day was like, let me start a winery. So nobody was just an everyday person. So I was like, you know what? Okay, that's interesting. Mark one, right? Then I was like, I wonder if I could make it myself, because like I was bored with wine and I wanted to do something different.
Right, so because there are some basic, your Chardonnays, your
Pinot. This was during the Moscato age too. Like I was Moscatoed out. Pink Moscato, red Moscato, man. And I love Moscato too. So for me to be like, what in the world? I was like, I can't. Like it was just, I have been drinking so much, and I was like wanting something different. So I started making wine myself after finding videos on YouTube.
On how
to make wine. Yeah.
YouTube.
Yes. YouTube, y'all.
Kudos to YouTube. I'm telling you.
Shout out to YouTube. Thank you. So I started there, and then I found there was a facility in Georgia, in Decatur actually. Decatur where it's greater. There was this lady, she actually specialized in helping people do home brewing, so people were making beer at home. But she also did wine on the side, but she didn't publicize it. It wasn't a big thing. So I go in there, and I'm just, curious. I actually went in there to buy a kit, because that's where I could find the kits to sell.
Right.
And she told me that she also, allows people to rent out her space. She'd be willing to let me, rent out a space in her place so that I didn't have to make it at home and take up my kitchen.
Right.
Having these pails and, stuff and waiting around for months to ferment. So I used her space, and the rest is history. She took me under her wing and taught me all about making wine. And that's how I learned.
Look at that networking.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you could go and talk to someone and start talking and find out, and then people willing to help other people. That's what's so important.
Yes. And not being afraid to look outside your community, because she didn't look like me. But she taught me.
She taught you.
Sometimes you have to get the knowledge where you can.
She probably saw the hunger too.
Yeah.
That you had a hunger for it.
A true interest.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I went to her, it wasn't even with this being an idea for a business. It was really more so building up a hobby. It was like, I just want to learn how to do this.
Okay.
It really wasn't until I took my very first bottle to a family function, and I am from a family of entrepreneurs, businessmen, like all of my cousins on my mom's side, they're all entrepreneurs, some of them millionaires, right? And so as soon as I bring this bottle to them, they're like, oh, this is good. So what's the brand? What's the story? Where you getting the source? And I was like,
Huh?
Oh. Well, actually, let me think about that. And let me get back to, because now the wheels are spinning, and now I'm like, you know what, I could make this a business, and I should, like, legitimize it. And that's really how it all began.
That is
Wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
We heard that one of your wines is reward winning.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, it's two of them are.
Two of your
Yes,
wines.
yes. I need to post that. Yeah. So
Well, please explain.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was really cool.
Share.
So there's this award called the Proof Award. And the Proof Awards, they have, people from all over. I mean, you've got Rick Ross's brand, Mr. Rock, and all types of brands that,
wow.
submitted. Yes, so that was really cool. So they go through and they have two categories. So they have masked and unmasked. So masked is when it's like a blind tasting, essentially. So they put it, I don't know exactly how they cover it, but essentially they cover up the bottle and you're just going off pure taste. And then the second one is the full experience. It's you seeing the packaging, which influences your overall perception of the brand, right?
Correct.
So if you like the way it looks, you probably don't like the way that it tastes. Or
Right.
it helps accentuate it, right? So then they grade you on the full package. And so that was really cool. So yeah, we definitely won gold and silver, and that was really cool.
Gold and
In
silver.
My Feelings and Mama. Those are the only two I submitted too. So now I'm like, oh, let me submit some more.
So it's In My Feelings.
In My Feelings and Mama Needs a Break.
And Mama Needs a Break.
Yes.
That is so cool.
That was
It is.
cool.
That
That
is
was
so
really
cool.
special. Yeah.
Wow. Now, talk about your brands also.
Yeah.
Like with the different types of wine. Because last time we did taste some.
Yes.
And I'm not able to drink right now. So
Oh, we're gonna talk about
we'll talk about that after the interview.
I got it.
But yes, so and they were really delicious, guys.
Yes.
So
Oh,
I just want you to share that with the audience too.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because the whole premise behind her wine is that I wanted to keep traditional wines but give them a little bit of a twist. And so the idea was like, okay, what are some wines that are easy to drink, that are good flavors, but that, make you feel good,
Yes.
That's the reason why we're drinking that and not juice. So that kind of spawned the idea of all these wines. So we have Girls Night In, which is a mango flavored wine.
Oh, I think we tried that.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
That was really good.
That one's really good. That's so yummy. And then we have a peach one that's coming out. That one is kind of similar to a peach moscato, but it's called Finally After 5.
Finally After 5.
Yes, and it's
Perfect. The names of the
I love it.
Thank you. I want those to be relatable, right? I want to
Very
capture
relatable.
the reasons why we wine. Like that's all. So all the names represent that. So Finally After 5 is special because that one is 15%. So you just need one glass and you're gonna get your feels.
Oh,
Yes.
You have unwind.
Woo, you have unwound.
Unwound. Definitely. Unwinded.
Unwinding.
Look, you'll be saying it differently
Listen,
by the
y'all be
time.
leaning back. You'll be like, oh, this is good. I'm glad it's finally after 5.
Finally after 5.
Yes, you work hard, so you deserve to play hard.
It's
That's what
perfectly
that's all
fair.
about.
Perfectly fair.
So then we have Mama Needs a Break. That one is a red Merlot. I love my Mama Needs a Break. If you're a wine drinker and you kind of are partial to red wines, that red wine is really good, especially because it's still a Merlot, but it's more fruit forward, right?
Okay.
And so I say with my red that, and it may alter and change, but
we tried one of those
I think
too.
so. I want to say
we
y'all
did.
tried the red. I think I
Because
have
we
been
talked about how it was not real dry. It was like a semi-sweet.
Yes.
I remember that. Yes.
Semi-sweet. Yes. So y'all tried it.
Yeah.
So that
We're
was
gonna be
good
buying
wine.
some.
Yes.
Just wait. We're gonna be buying some as soon as I get over my little
Ooh, it's coming.
journey.
Yes.
We're gonna.
Come on, look. It'd be the prize at the end of the journey, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I love it. And then we have the two sparkling. So I have a Toast to Me, and it's a bubbly Riesling and a bubbly Rosé, and those
Riesling.
are so. So I just did my first, hosted my first brunch,
Yes.
and the brunch we did mimosas, her wine mimosas. When I tell you, the whole room we were having a good time.
And
brunch will never be
see,
the
that's
same.
what people don't realize with mimosas. It doesn't necessarily have to be champagne.
It
It
doesn't.
can be a sparkling
It
wine.
can be a
You
sparkling
know,
wine.
and so that's a good idea.
Yes.
We're gonna
Wow.
feel that.
Oh my gosh, do it,
Yeah, we
please.
buy some of this
Yes.
sparkling.
Yes.
We'll do the mimosas that way.
Ooh,
And it was a big hit.
It was such a good hit. We did a pineapple mimosa.
Ooh.
We did this one. It was with another like liqueur. It starts with a C. I can't remember it because listen. By the time they introduced that one, I was like 4 mimosas in, so I don't remember. But it was good. We did French 75 with it.
Oh, what's French 75?
Okay, let me tell you. I just got put onto this. So a French 75 traditionally is a champagne cocktail. So it takes champagne and mixes it with simple syrup and gin.
Oh, wow, that's the twist.
That's the twist.
Ooh,
But let me tell you.
Gin make you sin, that's the
Ooh.
twist.
Y'all, that French 75 was everything. I did a version. I called it the Fenty 75 for the Super Bowl because, it was really Rihanna's concert and the Super Bowl just happened to be
Oh, well,
playing.
that was appropriate,
Right,
though.
I tried
You
to
have a
do
creative
something.
mind.
Thank you. So we made these Fenty 75, but I used a purple gin that's called Empress. So we did some purple gin. We added some edible glitter with a little
edible
lemon
glitter?
zest.
Wow.
Yeah, my drinks are always cute, y'all. I gotta keep a cute drink.
Yes.
Yes. So that's gonna be a hitter. But and I have some news to tell you after this too. We'll premiere. We'll tell y'all at the end new stuff.
Yeah, about the new
yes, but French 75. So we had that at the brunch. So if you guys see anything from me where it's brunch our way, we're gonna be doing brunch our way at different venues that have
I
our
did
wine.
see that actual email. Yes.
That's gonna be a new series. So we're just gonna go to different restaurants, brunch our way, and do these really.
And you'll be able to get these too if you submit to her newsletter.
Yes.
And then she'll give you that information. It'll be in the description below as well. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, where can consumers find your brand? Because I did see that they were at different locations here in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you can just kind of give us a.
Absolutely. This is new because like last time we talked, I wasn't in
You
stores
had
yet.
exactly, you were not. And now you're in how many stores?
Oh my gosh, we're in like 15 stores and counting.
Awesome.
Yes, it's crazy.
15
Stores and restaurants, yeah,
That
and
is so
counting,
amazing.
and counting, yeah. It's honestly, it's God. It's all God. It's all God. But you can, I would suggest going to our website. At the bottom of the page, you can click, or at the top, you can click where to buy, and it'll navigate you down.
Right.
You put your zip code in, and then we tell you all the places that we're in.
Oh, that's good. That's in your area.
The newest one that I'm so excited about,
Which one is that?
we're at Greens. You know
On
Greens?
Beeline?
Yes, and there's one on Ponce too. We're at both of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, that's easy for us.
Yes. See?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So,
Buckhead people.
come on down.
Midtown people, pay
Midtown.
attention.
Right. We in the city now.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I'm
That's
gonna
good.
start doing I'm gonna do a tour. So probably March, April time frame. Probably more so April. Oh wait, we're in March right now.
We're in March, yeah,
April,
March is
May
almost over.
time frame.
So,
Right.
yeah.
At this point, yeah. Sometime this summer, y'all are gonna start seeing. I'm gonna do a tour, and I'm gonna go to each of the places that my wine is, and either order it from the bar
Yes.
or pick it up at the store. And y'all follow me because everywhere that I go, either I'm gonna buy someone a glass of the wine or I'm gonna buy them a bottle. So
Oh,
y'all just
very
gotta follow me and
nice.
pay attention to where I say I'm gonna be at.
Let us know too, because maybe we
Yes.
can collaborate with you and just do a video of that.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be awesome. I would love
So
that.
cool.
That
Yes.
would
Let's
be
do
nice.
it.
And
Let's
we all
do
sit
it.
down and have a glass of wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You recently did a documentary on your cancer journey. Tell us about that.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Oh man, so that one is called I Am Evolving. So I wanted to take a moment to really capture what I was going through. And truth be told, like I started this because I really didn't know if I was gonna make it, and I wanted to be able to have something to leave back for my family and friends that kind of shows what I was going through. So there was a little bit of that, as well as also just it was therapy. Like I didn't have the energy a lot of times to write. So for me, it was like turning on a video and just talking to a camera was therapeutic, you
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely.
It's therapeutic. So yeah, so it's
It's part of the journey.
it is, and
Yeah.
you have to have those moments of therapy to kind of offload what you're going through. Because I think sometimes we hear cancer, and we have so many like thoughts that come up, right, from
Yeah.
the media, and oftentimes it's usually a woman. I talked about this before, like it's a woman that's Caucasian, she's bald and she's smiling with a scarf on her head, and I'm like, first of all, and she doesn't have any boobs. She's like flat chested, and like they're always showing those like visions or images.
Different, right? That
Yes.
specific type
That
of.
specific type of image when they talk
Right.
about breast cancer, and that's not what you're looking like. Ain't nobody smiling because they're bald and wearing, like it's a lot that goes into that process to even get to that point. So I wanted to change the narrative. I wanted to create something that was raw, that was authentic, that really kind of gives you the ins, whether you know someone or you've been impacted,
Right.
just be able to see like this is the journey and show people like, hey, this is what I went through. This is why I wasn't reachable for all those months. This is why I was crying. This is why I was being kind of bitchy, like
or distant
or whatever. Everybody
right.
processes things differently.
Exactly.
There's no right or wrong. The only right or wrong is that you overcome and you get through it, right? It's the pushing through.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm also a cancer survivor too, and I'm a kid, so I understand.
Yes.
Right. And even with him, he'll tell you that he has his moments when he thinks about, reflects on, especially when he sees a children's cancer commercial.
So many sick children out here.
Yeah.
Too many.
And it takes him back to where he was.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's very important. But I do want to say this too, is that we saw your documentary, when you premiered it.
Yes.
And that's when you had the live chat. We were there and you chatted with us. That was so compelling. Now I've seen documentaries, we've seen many kinds of documentaries, but it was so inspiring for one, emotional too. We actually cried.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because we know you, I don't know if that was part of the reason or if the story, the journey, but it was so well put together. So the gentleman that helped you was so phenomenal with the story, the way it was laid out, everything about it. We were so glued to it that we had to not even want to take a bathroom break.
Wow.
Like, it was that kind of thing.
Aww.
If we stayed, so you must see it, you guys. You must see it. Tell them the name of it again and tell them where they can find it.
Oh my gosh, shout out to Chris of Angelo Productions, because he was the one who helped to direct and produce
Chris.
that. Yes.
Thumbs up, Chris.
Yes, thumbs up, Chris. So yeah, we're in the process now of pitching it to some film festivals. So
yes.
See how that
that's wonderful.
Yeah, we got an offer to maybe do something on Tubi, so we have to kind of feel it out. But yeah, so it's called I Am Evolving. But stay tuned for that, because depending on where we premiere it is how we'll kind of push it out. But
I'm praying for it for you, because it needs to be heard to more audiences. It needs because it's inspiring. You know what I mean? It's inspiring, and like you said, we don't see a lot of those inspiring ones, especially when you can really push through and and then look the way you look. Like you said, they always show images of somebody looking fat.
Even inspire somebody else.
And even though you had your moments where you cried, but there were moments where you shine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that story. I was just there.
Thank you, guys.
We both were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you. That makes me so happy.
Serious.
Oh man. My dad still hasn't seen it. My dad still has not seen it. He can't see it. It hurts his heart. It's pulls under his heartstrings to go back and see. My mom saw it, even she cried. She was like, and she was there, like my mom was there, but there was still a lot of that she didn't know, because I still tried to mask it. And so it's interesting having them kind of, see it and experience it. And my dad kind of being like, he was like, kid, I want to, but I can't see you in that way.
He will maybe get to a point
I think he will.
And it's on time.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
on
mean?
time.
Yeah.
And I don't want, he was there too and he saw it, so to see it from that vantage point, probably to hear me saying certain things that they didn't know I was thinking or feeling is probably hard as a parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you did recently too celebrate the fact that you are cancer free.
Yes.
Oh, praise God.
Come on, God.
Come on, God. God is good.
Oh man.
Yes. So when I saw that, I was like, that is definitely one of my things that I wanted to ask. So how does it feel to be cancer free? And you know, does it feel different because you were fighting the cancer?
Yeah.
And then I remember you said you rang the bell at your facility when you had your chemo.
Yeah.
And that was that. So tell us about that moment.
It was, you know, it's so interesting. So this is the first time I actually really talked about this.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so I'm excited. But so going through this process, every time you hit a milestone, which I think is very important. Every time you hit a milestone, you ring the bell, right? So I rang the bell the first time after I completed chemo. And then I had to do 25 rounds of radiation. So then I had to ring the bell again. And this last time, every time I rang the bell those two times, if even in the videos where I see myself doing it, it's like I'm excited, but I know I have to come back. You know what I mean? Like it was never like a finally done type thing.
Right.
It was like, okay, I've done this chapter.
Another week,
Exactly. But I also appreciated the moment to celebrate a win. Going through the journey, right? I was still able to celebrate a win going through the journey. So I rang that bell and I was excited, but I still was like, okay, you still got another piece. But let's celebrate because you got through this. So hitting this bell the last time, it was so rewarding, and I really felt like, mind you, again, this is like at this point I see the nurses that have been with me over this past year and change. Like I've been going through this since January of last year, you know, so here we are in March, right, and now I'm done, and now I'm ringing this bell, and I had the nurses coming up to me, and they're like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna miss you, this, that, but we're happy we're not gonna see you again, and to hear that, you know, it sounds like, who would want to hear that? But I felt so good. I understood. Like, sis, thank you. You know, like, you've been rocking with me through this journey.
They're part of your journey.
They're part of my journey.
It's like a family almost.
Yes, it feels like a family.
Yeah.
And you know, these are people that, you know, they're rooting for you, and they get hit with a lot too. But I have to say, you know, the community that I had, I was really fortunate because it's so easy for people in the medical field to make you feel like you're just another patient.
Like another number.
You're just another number. And I think sometimes, I hope someone in the medical field hears this because I did encounter some staff that were very, you know, like, I don't want to say cold, but they didn't treat you warmly. And it's like, hey, I'm dealing with a life-threatening thing here.
Exactly.
And you're,
compassion.
yes, it's like sometimes you just want to feel like someone sees you. I wanted to feel seen. And the place that I was at, I would say honestly, and it sounds crazy, at least 90% of the staff was that way. They were so friendly, so warm, so open.
That's important.
Yeah, so ringing that bell felt amazing, even though I know the journey's not completely over, right?
Yeah.
I still have a surgery I gotta do, but I don't have to ring a bell for that. This is me getting my new top. But, you know, I still have to do that, and I still have to take a pill and shots and stuff for a while, for a few years, but I can say I'm done, and it felt so good to just be like,
because that was really the hardest part, getting through all of that. Because people don't realize how hard, I know you can attest to this, how hard the chemo and the radiation, that therapy is really harsh on your body.
And I'm still paying for some of the chemotherapy.
Listen, yes, I don't think people get that too. There's so many like postings that you do. It's like all of a sudden for the last month and a half, when I tell you I've had so much fatigue, like I'm tired all the time. And then you have to push through and you want to like come as your best self, but like that's real. And even the so I'm thinking this as I'm saying it, because again, first time I really talk about it.
Right.
But
thinking
back on it, I'm like, wow, I went through last year, so I'm entering into a new phase of life right now, because last year was fight mode, you know, and you hear all the time about, you know, black women are so strong and we just get it all, right? And I went through that. I went through the period of pushing, fighting, grinding, right?
Yeah.
Now, though, I realized that in that I didn't process. So to your point about still seeing things and feeling emotionally pulled in, like I'm realizing the same thing, that I can, you know, like I can talk to someone about it, and then I'm like, wow, because well, you haven't processed this yet. Like, this still makes you cry. This still makes you feel sad. This still, like, there's still a lot of emotions. So now I'm kind of going through this season of, I'm calling it my soft life. Like, this is my season of ease, of peace, of processing emotions and really kind of being okay with giving myself grace. Because there's a lot, like, you don't even think about it.
And patting your own self on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Patting yourself on the back.
Yes.
Saying, I really worked hard for this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God saw you through it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing journey.
Thank you.
It really is. I haven't been through that before, but even being with Kai here, and just hearing his stories and what he went through, it really is.
I know, it chokes you
It's
up.
emotional.
I have one small thing on the end, but when I was young in the hospital, I had cancer. I left my room. My doctor said I could not walk. I left the room. I went to the playroom, and I was like, "Where did Ruben go?" Well, I didn't Ruben back then, but anyway, they were looking for me, and I was in the playroom down the hall. It was like he walked.
Wow.
When they said he couldn't walk,
that
he
gave
wouldn't
me
be able to walk.
chills just now.
Could you imagine that?
Wow.
He had to learn how to walk and talk.
Wow.
Yeah, because he had a brain cancer.
Oh, yeah, that gives me
So
chills.
that's the thing. It's like who said? God said.
God said.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
God said.
Yes.
That's what
That's the end all be all. That's the kicker. You have to believe that. When you believe that what they say is just what they say, but let me tell you about my God and the way he works. Yes, he's got all the power.
Like my mom, God rest her soul. She had lung cancer, but she had lung cancer, but she also had a brain tumor like twice in her life.
Oh,
Once when she was in school, like almost ready to go to college.
Yeah.
And then she got through that. She had to learn how to walk and talk again because with the brain cancer, it's really a lot that takes over because your brain,
that
controls
everything.
Right.
That's the mother
So she ended up, going through college and being on the dean's list. And, becoming a teacher and teaching for 35 plus years. Okay, well then the tumor came back in the same place, right? In the same place. Some 40 years later, and I remember when she was in the bed, this is in Cleveland, Ohio, so I went to go see her because she was getting ready to have the surgery to have it removed. Yeah. But they took it removed again. So after the surgery, it was like 4, 5, 6 hours, maybe 5 hours. It was a long time. And so they were like, the next day, like, okay, well, when you go see her, she may not be, able to get up or anything. Yeah. Went into the room. My mother was sitting in the chair by the bed with her legs crossed, talking about she ready to leave.
Right. Wow. Get my bag.
She's like, I'm ready to go.
Right.
I'm like, Mom. Now, mind you, she has stitches all the way down here.
Wow.
Like, she's like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
But I was like, look at God.
Look at God.
Because she could be just still trying to recuperate from that. But she's like, and she healed fast. Her doctors were so surprised at how fast she healed.
Wow.
I believe that, yes.
So it's like, it's individual.
Yes.
Depending on who you are, how your faith is, things like that. You have to believe.
You gotta believe.
And it's your strength, your will.
Yes, your will. Ooh,
like,
that's the word right there. It's your will.
Because I can imagine what he was going through even as a child saying, I gotta walk. Probably in his mind saying, I'm walking, I'm going
I'm
in
gonna go play.
That's the times I had to go to the bathroom. I'm a birth nurse. I'm gonna get up and go myself and see if I can do this. Not here.
Wow.
It's all the testimony. I love it.
I love that.
I love that.
Ooh.
So what's upcoming for her line?
Oh my gosh, there's so many amazing things coming. So first thing, which is really cool and so random, but it just shows you sometimes you don't even know what God has for you. So April 19th, if you guys are available, I would love to have you out. It's on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday?
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Fulton County is giving me a proclamation. And I have an official day. Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so
Really?
crazy. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's so amazing.
No idea. So technically the day is March 11th. March 11th is Nicole Anderson Appreciation Day in Fulton County.
Nicole Anderson Appreciation Day, March 11th. I have to remember.
I'm on
Yes,
my calendar.
I know, right? We got to put it in the
Congratulations.
calendar. Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you, thank you,
goodness.
thank you. So they're doing the official celebration in Buckhead on April 19th, and it's open to everybody. It's just gonna be a good time. We'll have the wine
That's at 8
for it.
p.m.
We'll
Yes,
be there.
I'll make sure
We're
when the
gonna
flyer's
try to
done.
be there.
I'm
We
gonna put it out
we
there.
have something going on April 19th,
Real.
and I hope that's what we have to tell you about.
Oh.
And we have to see. Maybe we can push it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We gotta be there.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy, crazy. So yeah, so that's happening, and I'm really excited about that. It's really cool. What else is happening? So of course we're in stores now, and we're continuing to grow, so that's really dope. I have new flavors coming out, or I should say being re-released. So
Okay.
the mango has been gone. Finally after 5, literally that came out in 2020 when I launched, and it hasn't been back since.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is the
So that's
first
a really
time, yeah, this is the
Okay.
first time that one's gonna be coming out. I'm so excited about that. So y'all are gonna like it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah, that one's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. And then, and I'm actually thinking about, so I had In My Feelings, which is a peach apricot.
Right, we did try that one.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
the
think
that
I
one.
might change it to a pineapple.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I'm
Interesting.
debating.
That's different,
but,
yeah.
I tried a pineapple wine recently from Cali, and I kind of fell in love with it, and I was like, I need to throw a little spin to it, but I kind of like it, so we might have a pineapple wine.
Okay.
coming soon.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So we have some really major things happening. And the other thing I was going to tell you guys is I'm about to release a new show. It's going to be on a TV platform called Food and Lifestyle TV.
Really?
Yes, and I'm doing it with DJ Waffles. It's going to be a live late night brunch.
Wow.
Yeah. So imagine like
Oh, you are
Snoop Dogg.
doing
it.
Yeah, you know, we out here trying. Like we out here hustling a little
But that is
bit.
fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing, so that's why I mentioned this French 75, because on the show, we're going to have guest appearances, but it's going to start with me crafting some sort of curated cocktail. It's going to be super unique. We're going to pair it with DJ Waffles, because he makes some dope waffles. We're going to have music, live audience.
Wow.
You're
And
Alex
it's
Waffle
gonna be,
guy.
yes, ooh, you will like
He
these
loves
waffles
guys.
too.
He loves waffles.
Yes, oh my gosh, you gotta try some waffle mix then. Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. It's Food and Lifestyle TV. So stay tuned. We're gonna start dropping some tidbits. So it's like Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg show, kind of like how that was.
Oh, we would love to see that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is so great.
Yes, it is.
So
That is
excited.
great news.
Thank you.
Okay, so Nicole,
Yes.
what are your personal goals? Now you
Ooh.
talk about, everything that
Yes.
you've done, and that's fabulous. But I want to know what are your personal goals? Is there anything like personal that you haven't achieved yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So for me, one, I definitely am excited to one day have a family. So I'm definitely dating. I'm looking for that partner,
That's
but
good.
I'm excited to have a family one day. So I would say that's something that I'm actively thinking about. I'll say it like that.
Okay.
I want to really create a platform to help empower women. I just feel like and I know we hear it all the time, like women empowerment, but I want to do it in a way that appeals to women that's more relatable, right? And I just want to talk and just give resources and share, but I want to help women too. And I say women, but actually, let me take it back. I want to host a women's empowerment retreat. So I want to create safe spaces for women to find their empowerment, find their voice, find their strength. But outside of that too, the big thing that I really, really want to do is I want to become a happiness coach. I want to help people to find their happiness and their joy.
That's
That's a
amazing.
big thing that I want to do. So my personal goal is I want to do that. Yeah, I want to become a happiness coach. I want to have happiness retreats where people come out and we're doing different things to help you to find. Because oftentimes like I'll ask people randomly, like if you had a rate on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy you are right now today in your life.
So if I had to rate it on a scale
1 to 10.
1 to 10, I would say 7.5 to 8 for me.
Something, man.
And the reason why I say that is
Yeah.
I'm happy with my relationship with
Yes.
Kai. We've been together for almost 11 years. So that's fantastic, but I know that we can go further, you know, career-wise together, build our brand. And so that's where I think my ultimate happiness will come from, you know, because our ultimate goal is to be traveling YouTubers. You know, where we travel around the country and maybe the world to, you know, to some parts of the world to give travel videos and, you know, also to help people feel empowered to do more things.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? That's the whole goal.
I love that.
Don't you agree? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, but that's why I learned on my early Instagram page, like in my art, I kind of push the boundaries and do things that nobody else is doing. I got a few negative comments, but I don't care.
Well, that comes with the territory.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
So, what does Nicole like to do for fun?
Ooh, okay. So outside of drinking wine, I love music. I love live music. I'm a social butterfly, so I love hosting and having people over. I love traveling. I have some trips planned.
We love travel.
We
Oh
love
my gosh, y'all said that, I was like, yep.
Travel is our
Get out the door. I just got my global entry thing done, so now I can just zoom in and zoom out. Oh,
global entry.
Yeah, so it's like the thing above pre-TSA check.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it comes with that. So I have the TSA check, but then now when you're going in between borders, you don't have to stand through the long like check-in.
Global entry.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
global entry. Yeah.
See, we don't even have passports yet.
Oh,
we're far behind.
Step one is get the passport.
Step one is the passport.
Step one is passport.
And then the TSA.
Yes, because when I do these international retreats, y'all got to be.
We gotta be there.
We gonna be there.
Next
We got
time we
the
do
boy.
it,
We
I
are
have
working
some
on
big
getting-
news.
We are working on
Oh,
getting
yeah,
passports.
yeah.
That is something in our future.
Yes.
Like I said, we started off. We wish we would have started our YouTube channel back when first couple years we met. But it took a while for us to even think about the process.
Yes.
And, you know,
How to start and all that.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now that we're in, we're in.
But now that you're in, and that's the thing, it's never like a perfect time, right? It's just about consistency. So now you're in, and watch it bloom from there.
Yeah.
I see it, it's gonna be huge.
Like a flower.
Y'all see these shirts, by the way?
That's
It's the
what-
merch
thank
for
you,
me. It's
thank
the
you.
branding for
Well,
me.
eventually it's going to be merch, you know, once
Yes.
we have about 1,432 subscribers.
Wow, that's
So,
beautiful.
Thank you. So
That's
we're trying to get to
beautiful.
2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000,
Yeah, we put it
100,000.
on.
Yeah.
You know, once we get to that goal, then
Yes.
to me the sky's the limit.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? So
Yes.
it's just get building that brand and our audience. So that's why we're trying to bring you more of the good interviews and different things, you know, not just being one
Yeah.
thing, you know. Our main thing is food,
Yes.
you know, travel, food reviews.
And our
things like
channel
that.
is spontaneous. It is spontaneous.
I love
That was the
it.
first name actually.
What is it?
Was spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
I
And then we
love
added
that.
did bread and pie. Then we kept we did bread and pie.
It was
love
spontaneous
it.
channel. And then we said, well, spontaneous. We didn't know how that was going for us because we needed to be more spontaneous.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
did
yeah.
bread and pie in and slid spontaneous out.
Right, just slid like
Slid slide out.
kind of eased it out.
You know,
Yeah.
we was gonna slide out.
Yes.
But we still here though.
Well, we are so happy to hear about all of your success.
We are.
Everything
Proud
that
of
you, we are so proud of you. We are.
Alright.
And we will be always there to support, always.
Yeah.
Always.
We're family.
Yes, we are family. We are family. I've been knowing Nicole since, I was working, that was in 2013,
2019.
2019.
It feels longer, I know,
It
right?
feels longer, 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
You
actually.
know what's funny about the pandemic? I heard about it on the news.
Mm-hmm.
But that one day, Eric was at work, I was
Yeah.
out, I was at Starbucks, and they said the pandemic hit the United States. The manager of Starbucks came out and said we have to shut everything down. Everybody left. I was like, wow, I ran home.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was working at the
Wow.
Marriott Marquis at that time, and
Wow.
when the pandemic, because I actually had left here and went back to the Marquis, Marriott Marquis to work, and they told us that my manager came out and said, hey, we're probably going to be off for 2 weeks. There's a pandemic they're talking about, you know, coronavirus, and
Wow.
they're giving you get 2 weeks of unemployment pay, you know, but you should be back to work in 2 weeks.
Yes.
2-3 years later,
And we did.
never went back.
Wow,
We made it
that's
through.
Crazy. And we made it through though. Yeah, we made it
And to
through.
be honest, the coronavirus, that pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
actually helped us kind of
Better ourselves.
better
Yes.
ourselves and rethink the whole EJ Bread and Pie.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
We were able to do more videos.
Yes.
We were able to do, things and think about what's going to be next.
Like, how am I gonna
So
do
I'm
this?
sure it
Yeah.
affects, even though it affects people in a negative way,
Yeah.
it kind of affects people in a positive way too.
It did.
Kind of bittersweet, you know
Give
what
it
I
time
mean?
to take a
Yes.
look at what everything going on in your life and
Yes.
better yourself.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
sitting down
you.
with
Thank
us.
you guys. Thank you for having me.
Make
Such an
sure you
honor.
check out her wine. We'll have all the links down in the description below.
Yep.
Make sure if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, anywhere in the surrounding areas, that one of the locations that she has her wine, that you go and purchase it. You can also purchase online and they can ship to you. Is that correct?
Sure can.
So even if you're not in Atlanta, you can get her wine. And I believe me and him and her that it is worth purchasing because
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
really good. I mean, honestly, it's really good. I ain't even saying that to be, it's really good. It's
It's
just
really
something
good.
about your wine that is different. And that's what
Happiness
you
in a
were,
bottle.
that's what
That's
you
what
were
we
looking
needed.
for.
Yeah.
It was,
And nice.
thank you. It's just that evenness of the sweet and the bitter, like,
Yes.
it's just something about
Perfectly
that.
balanced.
It's perfectly balanced. It is. Because I don't like dry wines. I'm not a
I
dry
don't.
wine
Right.
drinker. But yours is more of a dry with the sweet.
Yeah.
And it
I like the combination.
Easy to
Yes,
drink. Easy
yes.
to drink. That's what I wanted.
So make sure, guys, you like and subscribe also, okay? Hit that notification bell.
And leave a comment below.
That's right. And as always, we are going to see you on the what time?
The next video.
That's right.
Us.
Uh,
Mwah. Bye, guys.
Bye.